Now it's time to integrate a Facebook sign in and sign up methodology in our blog app. To do that, we have to go on the Facebook developer page first. Go on a browser and search the Facebook developer page. I will put this link on the description for your reference. In the Facebook developer page, you have to first log in. After that, you will get a button over here, get started. I already pressed get started, that's why it's showing my apps. If I will click my apps, then a pop-up will come out. Let me click on that, and here I had to press a create app. Select the third option for everything else where we have an option to Facebook login. Then provide your display name and your email address to create a new app. After that, just click on the create app ID, then a captcha will come. Verify the captcha, then click submit. After clicking of submit, you will land into Facebook developer page where our app is displaying. Now click on the Facebook login and set up the configuration. Meanwhile, you have to click on the Android because we are developing on the Android platform. You can select iOS or web also if you working on the iOS or web platform. If you click on this, then the first option will come out. We will do that thing after some time. Let me go on a first Flutter package for the Facebook authentication in Flutter app. Here we need to first install it in our blog app. Let me copy it and paste it on a pubspec.yaml file. I will paste it here and Control S, then the Flutter Package will run and it will install the Flutter Facebook login package. Then go on a readme file, and the readme file they provided a good documentation that how we will use this package. First we need to configure the string.xml file, then we have to configure the mainface.xml file. Let me go on the VS Code, then I will show you that how we can configure it. Watch it carefully that where I am going. Now inside the res folder we have a values folder. Inside the values folder we had to create a string.xml file. And after creating it, you have to paste the code. So here is also a code available, but for the safety I created a text file where I wrote all the code. I will put that code in the description. Hit the save, and you have to provide your app name. In my case it's a blog app for both on a Facebook and the Flutter, and you have to provide the Facebook ID over there. I'm just clicking on the pause right now. You have to provide it. After providing the Facebook ID, we need to go on the we need to go on the android.mainface.xml file, and here we have a code to update on the mainface file. Let me copy it, and we have to go on the android mainface.xml file. Let me go on that file and we will paste it inside the application tag. Let me find it where we have to paste it. Okay, we need to paste it just below the Android value 2 option. After pasting it, hit the save, and your all the thing like Facebook app ID and app name will be configured using the string.xml file. Now go on a welcome page where we have the UI part of our Facebook button. You can see that we provided null on the on click, but we have to implement a function like on email click for our Facebook button. So let me do that. I will go and find a place where I can implement a button on click method. Let me create a on click method over there just above the on email click. The name will be on FB login. It will be a async type because we will have to request the HTTP response. Then let me import the Facebook package on this file. After that, I will create two variables inside the main class. First one will be handle the state of login. I mean, if I will log in on a Facebook, then it's login or not, or we get an error, then how we will handle that? We will handle it using a boolean parameter called isLogin. If we successfully log in using Facebook, then our isLogin will be true, otherwise it will be false. Default I choose isLogin as a false because we didn't log in yet, and second one is the instance of the Facebook login package. Now after creating the Facebook login package instance, then we have to go on the first Facebook developer page because we have to configure the other thing also to use the Facebook login on our blog app. Just click next because we don't bother about the first and second step. Just go on a third step where we have to provide a package name and also the main activity class path. You can find your package name inside the build.gradle file, also inside the android.manifest file where we just did the changes. Just copy the package name and paste it over there. Similarly, you have to provide the main activity class path also, com example.blogapp.mainActivity. Then just use this package name because we are testing, and now click on the continue. And the other thing is to provide the release hash key of your app. Facebook provided the documentation how you can generate the hash key for your app. Just follow the documentation and create your key hashes, and after the creating the key hashes, you have to paste it on the key hashes field. Click save and your app will be configured. I will do that on my system. after the pausing the video, because these key hashes will be very secure. After that, we have to implement the functionality of the Facebook login. If I will click on a Facebook login button, then the onFB login method will be called. Let me implement some functionality over there, and we have to go on the Flutter package, and here they provided a good documentation that how we can sign in on a Facebook with help of email. So with help of this, we will sign in on a Facebook. The login with read permission is not working file. So what we will do, that we just delete with read permission. Then we have a method called login. We can use that also. Provide email, because we need to log in Facebook using email only. I'm using a switch statement over there with help of result.status. So the status can be three types. First one is logged in, second one is cancelled by user, and third one is error. So according to that, we need to implement the switch case. First case will be logged in. So let me implement the logic for the logged in. If the user will logged in with the Facebook, then what we will do, that we will call a token. We will get the token first. Then we have to call the graph API for the username, name and picture, all the parameter. To do that, we need to first import the HTTP package inside our file. Now we have imported the HTTP package. Then with help of HTTP GET, we will call an API which is a graph API of Facebook. The URL will be https://graph.facebook.com. I'm using the version 2.1, but you can use the current version also. Just go on a Facebook graph API, then here you will get a documentation of the graph API. So you can use the latest graph API documentation, and there are multiple things you can get from the graph API once you log in on the Facebook. All these things can be accessed by only the Facebook token, which we are getting in the token parameter. So I am using the version 2.12 graph API, and we need to pass a field which we want to get from this graph API. If I will ask a name, picture and the email parameter, then with help of this graph API we can get it. Now we have to pass the token over there, because using token only the Facebook will authenticate the user. So let me pass it. We are getting a response on the response parameter, and we can just decode it response, or else we can store it response.body on any another variable. So let me decode it, but first I will create another variable. The name of the another variable will be like the type will be map and the name will be data. In this data we will store the response, but in the future we will get an error. I will tell you that what type of error we will get. So in the data we will store the response, but we need to first decode the response.body. Just we decoded in the network handler. We decoded it using json.decode. And we are not getting anything over there. What will be the error? Let me go on the network handler and copy it. When the thing will not work, just I do the copy and paste. The thing is working on the another file, then it will automatically work. So if I will copy and paste the code which are working on the another file, and just I will paste it over there, and now I'm getting a .convert package import. See, this is working, and we can print the data over there, and also we can store the data in the global variable. So first I need to set the is login as a true, because we successfully log in on the Facebook account. Now I will store the data on the data parameter. We can use this .data because it's showing an error. Otherwise just use the different name of the local variable data. So just change the data using data1 and pass is the data1 over there. You can use the this functionality also, and after each case we have to break it first. Then I will use the Facebook login status dot cancel by user. In the meantime, if a user cancel the login, then we have to handle it also. So if this thing will occur, then is logging will be false. First let me implement the other functionality also, like Facebook login status error. If error will come, then I will also set the is login parameter false. Then we need to call this Facebook login method on the button which we created for the Facebook sign up. After that, let me just, I did a mistake on the, I put it true over there. Let me put it false, and if I will save and click on the button which we created for the Facebook login, then we will go on the Facebook app because I installed it on my phone. And now we are getting an error that it's saying we don't have a permission in a development mode. To fix that, just go on a developer page, and inside the developer page go on a setting on the basic, and here you have to provide a privacy policy URL and terms of service URL and your category of app. Then only you can set the app public, because we are gathering data of the user. So according to the law we can't do that. We need to say the user that on a privacy policy that we are gathering a data of this for this purpose. Then only we can use the Facebook login app. This is a new feature of the Facebook. I can't do anything. So for the creating a Facebook privacy, there is a website freeprivacypolicy.com where you can create a free privacy policy. So you just have to provide the free privacy policy URL, I mean the page where the policy are showing, and then we paste it over there, and after that your Facebook login will be run. Sorry for incomplete video, because for the blog app, if I will not do the Facebook login, that will be okay. But if you want to learn the Facebook login, then all the process are completed. Just you have to provide the Facebook privacy policy and hit the save changes, then just click on the development button on the above, and your app will be public. Then your Facebook login will work perfectly. In the next video, I will implement the Google login functionality. Just stay tuned and subscribe this channel. Thank you and happy coding. See you on the next video.